Everybody says Claude AI catches every bug, handles any document, and pays for itself at enterprise scale. I spent 5 charges trying to prove them wrong. Claude AI claims to be the best coding model with an unmatched context window and ROI that justifies the cost. Let's see which claims actually hold up. Charge 1. Claude AI catches every issue in large pull requests, full stop. If that's true, you can stop babysitting your code review queue, but if it's off, you're shipping bugs you thought were caught, and the cost of that is a production incident, not a minor inconvenience. The number on the table is 100%, so let's see what actually comes back. I went through Anthropic's own launch data and an independent Milvus benchmark, and the numbers don't match the claim. Anthropic's data shows 84% of large PRs get findings, and the independent test puts bug recall at 53%, which means roughly half of known bugs are getting through. Claude's genuinely good at catching cross-file drift and missed awaits, but it can't execute code, so some whole classes of bugs are invisible to it by design. This charge sticks. The full coverage claim is flat out wrong. PR coverage comes in at 84% on Anthropic's own data. Independent tests put bug recall at 53%, and neither number is close to the marketing. That's 0 of 1 claims holding up so far, and we're just getting started. I only caught that coverage gap because I ran into a missed bug in a real PR review and went digging through the source data. Drop a comment if Claude has ever let a bug through on you. Charge 2. Claude AI is the best coding model, period. You've probably picked a coding tool because someone said that, and if they're wrong, you're paying for a model that loses to a cheaper one on real tasks. The benchmark that actually settles this is SQBench Verified, run independently by throttling, not by Anthropic's marketing team. I ran through the throttling AI leaderboard twice because the number is actually that clean. Claude Opus 5 sits at 97.0% on SQBench Verified, ahead of GPT 5.6 at 96.2% and DeepSeek V4 Pro at 96.4%, and Anthropic's own announced figure is 96%, so the real range is 96 to 97%. On the harder SWE Bench Pro variant, Opus 5 scores 79.2%, up 10 points from the previous version. This charge is dismissed. Claude AI genuinely leads the coding leaderboard right now, and the independent data backs it up, not just Anthropic's own numbers. One of the biggest problems I run into when using AI agents is turning their output into YouTube content I can actually use to market my product. That's why this video is sponsored by Subscriber, a tool that helps business owners connect their AI agents to YouTube and market their products without spending 10 hours every week creating content. You can connect Claude or ChatGPT directly to Subscriber. It then analyzes your business, website, and YouTube channel to help you create SEO-optimized video ideas, scripts, thumbnails, and even complete videos that actually match your brand. What I like most is that every week, Subscriber gives me a list of high-potential video ideas I can immediately execute, and it can even help edit videos for me, with or without my face, including videos like the one you're watching right now. It's easy to get started, and you can try Subscriber for free using the link in the description below. Now back to the video. That puts us at one of 2 claims holding up, and the coding lead is the one that actually matters for most of you. Charge 3. Claude AI has an unmatched context window, way bigger than any competitor. If you're a lawyer or researcher feeding in 500-page documents, this claim is the whole reason you'd pay for Claude over anything else. So the question is whether unmatched is actually true, or whether that word is doing a lot of heavy lifting in the marketing copy. The context window is real. Standard Claude runs at 200K tokens, and Claude Opus 5 and Sonnet 5 push to 1M tokens, which is genuinely strong for long documents. But unmatched is an overstatement, and I didn't expect that to be so easy to verify. Gemini also ships 1M plus tokens, so Claude doesn't own this space alone. The window is a real strength. The unmatched label is just marketing, partially dismissed. The context window claim delivers on the size. 200K to 1M tokens is real and strong, but the unmatched framing falls short because Gemini matches it. 2 of 3 charges are now dismissed, and the window is a genuine reason to pick Claude for long document work. So Claude AI is 2 for 3 on the charges so far, but the next 2 are where the money question gets real. Enterprise ROI and capability utilization are the claims that decide whether Claude is worth the bill at scale, and one of them is going to flip the tally in a direction that might change how you think about the whole subscription. Charge 4. Claude AI pays for itself at enterprise scale. The ROI is obvious and settled. At 500 engineers, you're looking at roughly $75,000 to $125,000 a month in Claude code costs. And that's not a pilot budget. That's a line item that needs a business case. So the question is whether the data actually shows the ROI holds, or whether companies are just burning cash and calling it innovation. Look at what actual enterprise data shows. Uber's adoption is real. About 95% of engineers use AI tools monthly, and roughly 70% of committed code comes from AI, with average costs sitting at $150 to $250 per engineer per month, but heavy users hit $500 to $2,000. And then Uber burned its entire 2026 AI budget by April, and Microsoft canceled licenses over costs, so the adoption is there, but the settled ROI is not. This charge sticks. The ROI claim falls short because 2 of the biggest real-world deployments ran out of budget or canceled, and that's not a data gap, that's a result. We're at 2 of 4 charges holding up now, and the enterprise cost story is the one that should make any manager pause before signing the contract. Charge 5. Most users only tap a tiny fraction of Claude AI's actual capability, something like 1%. You've probably seen this one shared on Twitter as a motivational hook, like you're leaving all this power on the table, and if it's true, it changes how you think about the tool. If it's made up, it's just hype dressed up as insight, and you deserve to know which one it is. I went looking for the source of that figure and couldn't find it in any authoritative data, not in Anthropic's docs, not in any independent study. What is real is the power user gap. High tenure users clock a 73.1% conversation success rate versus 66.7% for casual users, about a 10% lift, and the top segment of users accounts for 14% of all AI spend, which tells you the gap is real even if the specific percentage is invented. This charge sticks. The specific figure isn't documented anywhere, so the claim falls short, even though the underlying idea that power users get more out of Claude is actually supported by real data. Final tally, 2 of 5 claims fully hold up, 3 fall short, and that's the answer to whether Claude AI really works the way the marketing says. Alright, so where is Claude AI genuinely worth it? The coding benchmark lead is real. Opus 5 sits at the top of the SWE Bench verified leaderboard, ahead of every competitor on the independent Fouls at AI rankings. The context window is a real strength for anyone feeding in long documents, up to 1M tokens on the newer models. And power users do see a measurable lift, 73.1% versus 66.7% success rate, which compounds fast if you're using it daily. Now, where does Claude AI fall short? Code review recall sits at just over half on independent tests, so you still need a human in the loop. Enterprise ROI isn't settled. Uber burned its full 2026 AI budget by April, Microsoft canceled. And the capability utilization figure is completely made up, which means any advice built on that number is built on nothing. Worth it if you're a developer who needs the best coding model and can manage the costs. Skip it if you expect a magic tool that catches everything and never needs review. 2 of 5 claims held up, and the 2 that did, the top score on SWE Bench verified and the 1M token context window, are the only reasons that matter. One thing the marketing won't tell you, Claude AI Pro caps you at roughly 20 Opus messages per day, and when you hit that limit mid-workflow, you drop to a slower model with no warning. Heavy users on real projects routinely stack multiple subscriptions just to keep working, so the 20 a month price point is pretty much never the actual price you pay. If that daily cap is already frustrating you, I put together a full walkthrough on how to get around it without paying more. Check out the video on anti-gravity plus OmniRoute free unlimited AI access, which shows you exactly how to run Claude-level models without hitting a wall at message 20, and it's genuinely the setup I'd recommend if cost is the thing holding you back.